Hello everyone, Cheshire the Cat at the scene with more Danganronpa 2 as we ready ourselves to enter the second class trial regarding the death of Mahiru Koizumi. Little did we know it was Chat-kun all along! I mean, look at that, there's a confession right up there. I don't know how pixelated that'll get when I zoom in on it, but hey, it works, right? You know? The world will be exposed to my beauty. Oh, trust. Bite their throat out. Alright. Well, how about we go ahead and set some skills for ourselves? May as well just set them all up, right? I don't know if I want the downshift or the upshift, really. I just got them on a whim. Alright, that should do it. Alright, has them all set? Cool. Let's do this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Is Monami all strung up on the side again?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Not commenting.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Well, Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. At the high school girl who got killed at the beginning, by using the staff roll clearing, the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who is who. Oh boy, I need to remember names. The first character player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of the Girl A is... Oh, thank God, it's multiple choice. Mikan.
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Shut up, Goblin.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
So that was Girl B.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Choke on the horse you came in on.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
It was hyper, energetic, and unique. It had to be none other than Ibuki.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
God, I adore you.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Yep. There's only one person who's always had a camera with him. That was Mahiru.
I see.
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Fuyuhiko.
I see.
I love Hyoko. I love Ibuki as well.
Fuyuhiko?
I don't like Hyoko, but I love Ibuki. I legit have been like torn between her and Chiaki this whole game already.
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
No, you already knew that.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll.
I hate Chiaki, really? Funnily enough, he's Guy F, and his name also started with F. Yeah.
Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears in there. It's true I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. Because he had an older sister.
Damn it!
Or, he had a younger sister.
I can prove it with this.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister.
I don't know if it's intentional. I don't think so.
Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need this conversation to move forward. The girl who died at the beginning.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why. I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko.
Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck? Is that a wild connection?
Naka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
No one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Girl E was the because Girl E was Fuyuhiko's sister, because it witnessed the murder, because Girl E was the killer.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Aww.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
No.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Not if she was in the opposite room.
Then forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Actually, what if the girl had been dead for longer than expected?
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, there's no mistake that who's waiting in the hallway is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl outside the music room? I think I need to clear that up first. So I do have to solve 2 murders. Here. We'll go, actually, it's cute to see an old guy sulk.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
They were.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway.
No.
Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Except they didn't hear the sound of a window shattering.
What did Girl E do?
She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how did Girl E to the front of the music? To go back to the... You need to go through... Plus, at the entrance, the other 4 girls should have...
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
What they heard was... Because just as Kajuichi finished saying, it's not cute seeing an old guy sulk, you said, actually, oh.
The sound the girls
Sir,
heard
it wasn't-
wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Nope.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
No, the murder weapon matters.
Cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
The fish tank? No way. Was I out of line just now? There's something I need to tell you about white noise and the non-stop debates. These are actually very durable and won't be destroyed with just one shot. Noise will chip away every time you shoot it with a silencer. And your time limit will not be replenished. Set the gentle, white noise won't appear. You get the gist, right? I heard there's a guy named Gun something. skill that can increase the power of a silencer. Gun something. Wonder who it is. Gundam? Out of line just now. Well then, good luck and have fun. Huh. Yeah, no way.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
No?
Then the piano.
That's way too big.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
Hmm.
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about
Right
broken
there.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
No? That was it. A lot of people have trouble on this one. What? What?
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about
Well, in that
broken glass?
case...
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Hmm.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts.
I know it has
universal
something to
chaos.
do with the fish tank.
It's on that big a scale, too?
Name.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Oh!
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death,
Oh! Hold on!
it should
Hold
have had
on.
bloodstains.
Not if it wasn't found!
Weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her
I
to
went
death
too
with her
far.
fists!
But that's
A
it!
weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Think she attacked her?
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
There!
I agree with
Using the swimsuit, filling it with gravel, and then beating her upside the head with it.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
Because they never found her swimsuit. It would have had bloodstains on it.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Cheshire the ultimate detective? I love stuff like this.
The weapon is something that appeared in the game, and so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
Ah, references.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
Keep your stuffing in the ceiling.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
Because she knew.
Piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, She choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You do? That's kind of dangerous.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Who indeed? And that's something that we will be finding out in the next episode. Until then, this is Cheshire the Cat, signing off. I will see you YouTubers next time.